Remember the story about Venezuelan gang members who took over an apartment complex in Colorado, which the liberal media tried to downplay, saying it was no big deal, it's only one apartment complex? Well, here we are, just barely a week into the Trump 2.0 administration, and the ringleader of that gang has been arrested all the way over in New York City. Every day now, America is getting greater, and the liberals, the Marxist Democrats, the Operation Mockingbird mouthpieces are all getting very upset that there's really nothing off limits. There's no place that's off limits for ICE to go and round up these dangerous criminals that the Biden administration just let roam free in our society, including public schools. So now some of the woke schools are trying to protect what they say are undocumented. They're just students. As you know, some teenagers can be very dangerous, commit very serious crimes. But the public school system now is going to try to protect the student criminals. A recent move by Trump allows immigration authorities to conduct raids at schools. And why shouldn't they? Why should dangerous criminals be allowed to be at, of all places, schools? Multiple school districts, however, have pledged to complicate the efforts to interfere with the law, to obstruct justice. And whoever's doing that should be immediately arrested.
What we had heard from immigration advocates is that this is going to provide a chilling effect to parents in the school drop-off line or something of that matter.
It shouldn't be a chilling effect unless their child is a terrorist or a public safety threat. If they are a public safety threat, national security threat, they should be chilled. They should be afraid because we're looking for them.
Well, if their parent is here and they're an undocumented immigrant, I think was more of the argument that they were making.
Well, they got to go too.
They're not off the table either. I mean, in the country illegally, they got a problem. I mean, it's not okay. Look, it's not okay to enter this country illegally. It's a crime. And that's the way it's supposed to be. I wouldn't feel comfortable if I'm in Switzerland illegally. So we're going to enforce laws in this country. So, you know, the schools and the churches and central location was a policy only for ICE, only for immigration, right? But national security threats and public safety threats have no safe haven in this country, and we'll go where we got to go.
But because the political and cultural winds have shifted so much recently, now many liberals are actually pretending that, oh, they do support rounding up the criminal I mean, it's obviously just a crime for them to be here, but the ones who have committed other crimes, other serious crimes, and who are a danger to our American citizens. They now do support rounding up and deporting those ones, they say.
But 87% support deporting criminal undocumented migrants.
Yes, I don't know anybody in the world. Yeah, I don't know anybody in the world who wants to keep the criminals. I don't know anybody.
That's where we should be focused.
That was you last week. That's been the Democrat Party policy for years. That's why they created sanctuary cities. It's not because ICE was just coming and rounding up random undocumented immigrants. They were only tracking down the ones who committed other crimes, other serious crimes. And now the Democrats are trying to redefine illegal alien again. Remember, they consider that to be a slur. That's just as bad almost as the dreaded little N-word. They're undocumented immigrants. They're undocumented workers. They're future American citizens, as Joe Biden said. But now they're trying to spin it like this.
I also want to make the point that an undocumented immigrant is not a criminal because he or she is undocumented. That is a civil offense. So to call people illegal is, in and of itself, I think, xenophobic and racist. And I do. And incorrect.
Now, this woman was a lawyer, so surely she knows the difference between a criminal offense and a civil offense. A criminal offense is, well, obviously it's a crime, like breaking and entering or trespassing, like when somebody breaks into someone else's country where they don't belong and then are trespassing once they're there and they won't leave. A civil offense is a dispute between two different people that doesn't involve a crime. Like if somebody slips and falls in a store because the clerk was mopping and didn't put a sign out there, that's not a crime, but the person was wronged in a civil way and needs to seek a remedy for that in the courts. Even sneaking into a movie theater through the back door and then watching the movie for free that you didn't pay for is a crime. You are trespassing. But the Democrat Party wants to then give those trespassers free candy, soda, and popcorn. And did you see our lovely new White House press secretary, Karoline Leavitt, conducting her first White House press briefing yesterday and making some fantastic announcements? If not, check my previous video. But here is a quick contrast between the first day of Joe Biden's previous press secretary and our press secretary.
I am obviously acutely aware that my presence at this podium represents a few firsts. I am a Black, gay, immigrant woman, the first of all three of those to hold this position.
That's nice, lady. You can go put that on your Twitter bio, but we don't need to know that.
How are we? Good to see all of you. It's an honor to be here with all of you. A lot of familiar faces in the room, a lot of new faces. And President Trump is back, and the golden age of America has most definitely begun.
Yes!
The Senate has already confirmed 5 of President Trump's exceptional cabinet nominees.
Absolutely fantastic. And today is the confirmation hearing for Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who hopefully will be the new head of the Department of Health and Human Services. But I haven't been checking to see how close that's going to be or what the odds are, so that's something to keep an eye on. Someone who no one's going to be watching anymore is Jim Acosta, who just quit CNN yesterday after like 18 years because the network was going to cancel his daytime show and then move him to the midnight time slot, where he would probably get like 3,000 viewers. And so he decided to quit and then just announced the next chapter in his, if you can call it a career.
Hey guys, it's Jim.
And he looks so defeated. He's trying to pretend that he's happy. Hey guys, it's me, Jim.
Hey guys, it's Jim. And let me just say this, I've had quite the day. And as you could see earlier today, this was my last day at CNN. And I did want to jump on Substack Live here for a moment and say, welcome to my new venture. I'm going independent, at least for now. This is just the beginning, but I wanted to invite you to join me here on this platform as we talk about the day's news, talk about politics and so on. And I do want to, just in case you missed my closing message earlier in the day, don't give in to the lies. Don't give in to fear. Hold on to the truth and hope. And we'll keep this conversation going. Great to see all of you here. We'll talk some more soon.
Poor Jim is so out of touch that he thinks that YouTube is still for funny cat videos and teenagers doing pranks, even though, in case you missed my video yesterday or when it happened a couple years ago, I tried to tell him. I miss the good old days when YouTube was actually for YouTubers, before all these interlopers and mainstream media has-beens came over here and tried to reinvent themselves. Speaking of YouTubers, obviously, I do have some merch, which you should order from my online store, markdice.com. Or click the link in the description below, like your liberal tears mug, the classic Trump fight, fight, fight shirt. And by the way, the site has been redesigned with a whole bunch of new different products. So if you go up at the top and you click the t-shirts link, the hoodies link, the women's designs, there's a whole bunch of drinkware, long sleeves as well. So head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below and check them out.